água, pandiwa rostrum, stand and face truth. Blessing of the new moon. Barakata Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai Asherah Nathan Manawa Hakadash Bashalawam the water Amen. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai that gives to us the new moon in peace. Thank you so very. The Al Yama Asherah Machad, Psalms 121. Go ahead. Anye Ryan Yim Yim Ye Oh Harim Mayan Yabawa Azariye Yabawa Mayawe Shai Shai Shemayim Waratiza La Yanathan Lama what Regalia Yela Yanawam Shashra Marka and La Yanawam Wala Yeshan Shashra Mar Yashvele Yahweh Shemaria Yahweh Tazalia Ayu Ya Yin Ya Yawam Hashemash La Kaya Wayarak La Balayala Yahweh Yashamari Mako Ra Yashamar Napashya Yahweh Yashamar Hawalakya Wabawa Aya My Fag Wa I Walam Basham Yahweh Shai the water Amen.
Psalm 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord which made heaven and earth. Do not suffer thy foot to be. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Oh, that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. But if thy keeper, is thy shade upon thy right hand. Sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. Shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth even forevermore.
Amen. Shemaiah Sharala, hero Israel. Shemaiah Sharala, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Yahweh, Shemaiah Sharala, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Yahweh, Shemaiah Sharala, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Yahweh,
Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord.
Amen. Tapala Yahweh, the Lord's Prayer. Abinawa Shabbat Shemayim Kodash Hayya Shanka Yahweh Malakwaka Taba Rataza Wanka Hayya Aisha Barataza Kabashamayim Natamanawa Lacham Yawam Zad wasalak nawa kabawak nawa kasalak nawa kabawak nawa wala abiyar nawa oh nasayawan above our shine nawa maray kaya laka hamalakwa wa ala wa thaparak wa walam aman.
Matthew 6:9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, give us our debts which we forgive. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
Amen. Ha'aishara Matazawah, the Ten Commandments. La'at, Yahayat, Lakat, Alahayim, Achayim, Alpiyat, La'at, Taishat, Lakat, Pasob, Wala'at, Taibadam, La'at, Talakwaka, Shamwat, Yahawat, Alahayakat, Lashuat, Zakat, Af, Ayawam, Hashabat, Laquadashwat, Kabat, Abiyakat, Wa Amakat, La'at, Taratazak, La'at, Tana'at, La'at, Taganab, La'at, Tainat, Shakur, La'at, Tachamat, Ko, Asherat, Lara'aikat, Amen.
Exodus 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the house of bondage, out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to it, nor serve it. For I, the Lord thy power, am a jealous Father, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy not doing work, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gate. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and honored it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy father gave thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Amen. Yeshua, we see it. Barakatha Yahweh, Bashimi Hawashai, Sharam Tanal, Parya Gapan, Tawada Aman. La Yahweh, Bashimi Hawashai, Ak Yashar. English translation. Blessed are Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the fruit of the vine, thank you so be it. To Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, with Israel. I'm Madwa, Panya Yerushalayim, stand and face Jerusalem. Barakatha Yahweh, Haggadah, Rakawam, Abiyah, Wanawa, Elyawan, Malak, Shamayim, Warataza, Wakal, Dabarim, Kayayam, Wagam, Namashiach, Maya Hawe, Arawanawe, Habnawe, Hapalat, Yawa Aitize, Yahawashai, Zakarnawe, Yahawe, Bartazawan, Ainke, Yashale, Izarnawe, Bane, Wasat, Yashale, Oh, Nanawe, Yem Yen, Aita, Kayawamyam, Makwadam, Babakushay, Shalak, Mike Allah, Watazwadak, Alahayam, La, Madanawa, Rabharnawa, Washama, Alnawa, Bakur, Shalak, Aroka, Shal, Yahweh, Lanawa, Alamadnawa, Rabiam, Kakamai, Tabawana, Wada I, Shal, the Barka, Basham, Yahweh, Wada, from Yad, Why Willam, Man. English translation. Blessed are you, Yahweh, the great, merciful, mighty, terrible, most high power, King of heaven and earth and all things living, and also the anointed from Yahweh, our Lord, our friend, the wonderful counselor Yahweh Shai. Remember us, Yahweh, favorably, your people Israel. Help us build and gather Israel, most high, we beg you, right now, like the days of old. Please send Michael and the righteous powers to protect us, heal us, and watch over us. Mainly send the spirit of Yahweh Shai to us to teach us much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of thy word. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, always and forever, so be it. Repeat the Hebrew only. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai that gives to us the law. Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Asherat, Latam Lanawa, Atawarat. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai that gives to us light to see. Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Asherat, Latam Lanawa, Awar, Lara Awat. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai that gives to us the ram's horn, the coals of people. Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Asherat, Latam Lanawa, Karan, Ayo, Lakorab, A'aim, Shabbat. You see that?
Say the whole thing. Sing the whole thing. You know his name. What's his name? What's his name? Well, my name is Johnny. You know his name. You say the top for what you say anything. That's it. That's just long time. Okay. For a while. Man,
All right, so Shalom Yasharala.
all
All right, so Shalom everybody here in Philly, Shalom everyone listening in on teleconference, and Shalom everyone watching on live stream. Welcome to Ha Yasharala Kanas, or the Congregation of Israel, where we teach that the so-called Black, Latin, and Native Americans are indeed the 12 tribes of Israel, once lost, now found. And that we fall into a lower state politically, economically, even religiously, because we broke the laws of God, found the Bible given to us by Moses. That we come out of this lower state that we fall into by turning back to these commandments we broke by following Jesus Christ as our example, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. So we come together tonight during the Feast of Dedication week to celebrate the 10th new moon, which we know every year comes within that week of the Feast of Dedication. So what we'll do, we won't draw it out too much, but we'll review the new moon scriptures as usual. What we'll do is we'll take turns breaking down a different new moon verse so that we all can speak forth when it comes to understanding about the new moon and why it's important. So once again, we'll say a Shar Kadash or Happy New Moon, 10th new moon in particular. My name is Nabiab Zerbabal. I'll be presiding over the service this evening. Make sure for your notes you put down that today is, according to the Gregorian calendar, December 6th, 2018. But according to our calendar, it would be the 10th month and the first day. So December 6th, 2018, the 10th month and the first day. All right, so let's begin. So first we'll start with this particular scripture, Numbers, chapter 10 and verse 10. So Numbers chapter 10 and verse 10. Let's read that verse first. What's your question?
Yes, Numbers 10, chapter 10, verse 10.
Oh, hold on. I actually wanted the Fatma Wak to bring this one up.
What you say? So, chapter November, chapter 10, verse 10.
Come on. That's the word, though. Ready to get going. That's the word.
Oh,
Number 10.
Numbers 10, 10. I know. Ready?
So there's many verses to deal with the new moon. Let's read a couple tonight. Like I said, we'll go around bringing out different new moon verses for our understanding. Because that's part of us keeping the commandments that we broke so long ago. The new moon being a key commandment that we're supposed to keep.
Ready?
So everybody has it, right?
10, 10. Numbers 10, 10. The first 5 books, and that's actually.
Go ahead.
Numbers 10, 10. Also
No,
in
no, he's going to bring it out. The Fatma Wak.
read it.
Numbers 10 and 10 says, also in the day of your gladness and in your solemn days and in your beginning of your month, you shall blow with the trumpet over your peace offering, that they may be to
I think
you for
you skipped the line.
Okay. Numbers 10 and 10. Also in the day of the gladness, your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginning of your burning offering, and over the
No,
sacrifice of
you skipped again, brother. Take your time.
you shall blow with the trumpet over your peace offering.
No.
Numbers chapter 10, also in the day of your gladness and in your
Very thoughtful of you. Gave him one with a bigger print.
Yes.
Excellent.
Numbers, 10th chapter and 10th verse. And the Lord spoke unto tenth chapter. Numbers, 10th chapter, 10th verse. And also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginning of your month, ye shall blow with the trumpet over your burning offering, offering, and over your sacrifice of your peace offering, that they may be to you for a memorial before your God. I am the Lord your God.
Come.
All right.
So what's that saying?
It says blow the trumpet.
No, I'm asking the thought
Oh.
to bring it out.
Oh.
Don't worry, brother. You next.
Oh.
It's in the day for the month of the day that they should blow the trumpet for the burning offering and the peace offering for the memorial to God.
Okay, you paraphrased it, but now tell us. Like we had no idea. Tell us what this is saying. Why are we reading this for the new moon?
Um, It's in the beginning of the month you shall blow the trumpet over your burning offering, over your sacrifice, and your peace offering, that they may be to you a memorial for your God. I am the Lord your God.
Mm-hmm. Right. So we're supposed to blow the trumpet in the beginning of the month. That's what we did before we started the service
Right.
with the ram's horn, which is a type of trumpet, right?
Right.
So that's what we did before. That's what we're supposed to continue to do throughout our generations, even to this day. So that's why we read this verse, because it says the beginning of the month, because the new moon is the beginning of the month.
Okay.
So to show that, let's get the next one. 1 Samuel chapter 20. You can read verse 5 and also 24 to 27. Akbar, you can bring that one out once everybody has it.
What, chapter 20 you said?
Mm-hmm.
And what was that, verse 5?
Yeah. And make sure you brothers read and then give the sense or give the edification. Make sure you bring it out nice and loud so folks on teleconference can hear. Okay?
Is there anybody on the telecast?
Oh, it's plenty of folks. Yeah.
Say hi to them.
I did already. Begin.
Did they respond?
I think I heard one person. Someone muted though, for one reason or another.
Fine.
So, Akbar, once everybody has that, you can bring that out.
Everybody got it? Yeah. First Samuel chapter 20 and verse 5. And David said unto Jonathan, Behold, tomorrow is the new moon, and I should not fail to sit with the king at meat, but let me go, that I may hide myself in the field unto the third day at even.
Or give the sense as if we had no idea.
Okay. Right here, David say I'll go first, word for word. And David said to Jonathan, Behold, tomorrow is the new moon. Okay, they celebrate the new moon because it's the beginning of the new month. So it was a day to celebrate. And David said he didn't want to go celebrate with Saul, right? So he does want to do it, but he knows Saul's trying to kill him. So he can go hide himself.
Right.
But let me go that I may hide myself in the field. So he's hiding until the third day. That's when he's going to make his entrance to see King Saul.
Right.
Because they're going to celebrate the new moon more than one day at evening.
You're gonna celebrate the new moon more than one day.
Yeah. Because the new moon was the next day, right? Behold, tomorrow is the new moon. But yeah, he went to hide, so he's not going to celebrate the new moon when they start. But he's going to come in because it must be a more than one day celebration.
I'm not sure about that last part.
So why is he going on the third day then?
That's just the day he decided. But
What's that?
that's just the day that he told Jonathan.
That's the day he's going to make his appearance, right? He was supposed to go on, because if we keep reading, we find out later on that Saul want to know where he at. So he was supposed to have been there, right?
Right, but now, why was he supposed to be there? Was it just because it was a high holy day?
Yes. It's the new moon.
But besides the new moon, besides that day, why else did he come? Why else did he come and eat with them?
Because they are celebrating the new moon in the beginning of the month.
Right, but when you read, when you bring out the next part, next verses, what you'll see is that he sat down with them to eat anyway,
Oh, okay.
because he was part of his household. Remember, the power of the king was to call certain men and women of different tribes to be either in his army or to set up his garden or to cook for him, to make certain things for him, right?
Right.
He had that power, he had that authority, right? When you read in 1 Samuel 8. So David would sit down with them even though it wasn't a feast.
Okay.
But when you read the law, the new moon is just one day. It's not multiple days.
Oh, okay. And why we do this twice? Who we did the other day?
Right.
That was dedication.
See? But y'all need to do some more stuff. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
But at the end of the class,
That was dedication.
at the end of the class last Friday, we actually read it in Second Maccabees. We went into how we celebrated this. We kept the same way we do tabernacles. You,
Of what? It's cool. Now I can understand you misinterpreting the new moon because it was Thursday. You thought it was last Thursday.
right. So for folks who can't hear what's going on, we just had a misunderstanding about what day begins when as far as the new moon versus the feast of dedication.
But we don't know.
So let's continue on with the
No, I don't.
let's continue on with the breakdown.
Okay.
So are we good though? The new moon is one day,
Right.
right? And let me ask you, who's Jonathan?
Jonathan is the son of the king.
Good.
Who's Saul,
Right.
Right.
Good.
who loves David.
Mhm.
Right.
And
Okay.
Saul hates David.
We want to get in the habit when we bring things out, even though we know the truth and hear, get in the habit of bringing out as if you're bringing it out to someone who doesn't know or hasn't heard this before, right? So you cover all the basics. Who's it talking about? What's going on? Where are they, where's it going down? When did this happen? Why is it happening? Right? Answer those basic questions when you bring verses out. That way you don't have to fill in later. So you can keep going, but Tawab, continue
But
on.
just in that verse, he said tomorrow is the new moon.
Right,
So he definitely was supposed to be there tomorrow.
right.
But he didn't go there for 3 days.
Right.
That's what he's telling Jonathan. We didn't get to that point yet, but that's what he's telling Jonathan
Right.
within the verse.
Right.
I'd say that once you read him actually doing it. Like when you read verse 24, it's going to describe him actually doing it.
Right.
So the way you bring this out, just say he's telling Jonathan what he's going to do.
He won't make his appearance until the third day.
Right.
But he knew he was supposed to be there on the first day.
Right.
Celebration.
Right.
Even though you said he eats with the king all the time.
Right. Because he was part of his household. He was his armor bearer.
But ain't that 3 days? Right. The first thing, yeah, 3 days. He's hiding. He's hiding.
Right now.
Because the king wants to cook.
He told him that he felt that spirit that Saul his father was trying to kill him.
No, it wasn't that he told him. We read before. He actually tried for his life with a spear already.
Yeah, throw a spear at him.
That already happened. So continue. And on to verse 24.
Verse 6. We
No,
can read verse
no,
6,
jump down to verse 24.
24.
You have the verse, right? It's verse 5 and also verse 24 to 27.
No, I don't have it before.
Gotcha.
Not really.
Because we notice in your notes, when we go through this before, we read these particular verses for the new moon. If you want to study First Samuel, on your own and go through the whole thing, that's great. As far as the new moon's concerned, we just focus on these verses in particular.
All right, verse 24. What do you mean you have verse 24 in there? Are you in First Samuel? Oh, you believe that? Are you in the book of Samuel? You in First Samuel or Second Samuel? Okay, now you're going to go to chapter 20. First you today when it spoke to them, you know, they were even not playing. All right, First Samuel chapter 20, verse 24. So David hid himself in the field, and when the new moon was come, the king sat him down to eat meat. And the king sat upon his seat, as at other times, even upon his seat by the wall. And Jonathan arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side. And David's place was empty. Nevertheless,
So give us the sense. Explain it to us.
hold on. No, it's place is empty. Next word, and Saul said to Jonathan. No.
So Akabar, give us the sense
All right,
of what you read so far.
All right. Okay, the new moon is here. So the king sat down to have dinner.
Go back to 24. Just give us a sense on 24.
Okay. Okay, David says David hid himself in the field. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So David's hiding.
Good.
When the new moon came, right? king sat him down to eat meat. So the king sat down to eat his dinner for the new moon.
Good.
Okay? Now we're going to 25. And the king sat upon his seat, as at other times, even upon a seat by the wall. And Jonathan arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side, and David's seat was empty.
See?
Place.
Good.
You want me to move on?
I don't know. You think I understand what you're saying? I don't have no idea.
No, it's straightforward. It's saying that David wasn't there. That's all it says. They was ready to eat, and David wasn't there. That's all it says. Nevertheless,
Okay, he sat by the seat by the wall.
say it again.
It says he sat by a seat by the wall. It talks about Abner. Who's Abner?
Well, it don't tell you who Abner is. It just say that Abner sat by Saul's side. That's all we know is that some man named Abner sat by Saul's side. If you just read that verse.
Okay. So we read verse 5, and you gave us details that weren't there for that one.
Such as,
Who Jonathan was?
okay, well, I think Abner is the captain of the guards or something.
Yeah, he's Saul's captain of the host, his general. Okay.
Continue.
If you have nothing else to say on it, and you think it's clear enough, then continue.
All right. 26. Nevertheless, Saul spake not anything that day, for he thought something had befallen him. He is not clean. Surely he is not clean. Now, on that verse, it says that Saul didn't say nothing about it. David's seat being empty. So he just thought that, something happened to David, like maybe he was dirty. He's not clean. We all know what not clean means, right? No. Not clean means, it could mean that maybe he saw a dead body, that'll make you dirty, right? Or maybe he had sex, he's dirty. Right. Let me see another example. Not clean. Or David ain't a girl, so it can't be a spirit one. But if he was a girl and a spirit one, that would make him not dirty like you want.
You can bleed out. You can bleed out too. Just have a running issue.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
If it's not clotting and it's profuse, yeah.
If he had some blood or something like that.
Let me just say this.
You have to be bleeding, or can you just go ahead and scrape and just have the sword?
No, it's if you're bleeding profusely when you read in Leviticus.
Oh, okay.
But let me just say this. That's good what you said. But being unclean and being dirty, not the same thing.
Right. We just said dirty, but we don't really just say.
Yeah. It's just if you're telling it to somebody, they're gonna think, oh, I just take a shower, I'm clean.
Right.
Like that's part of what you're supposed to do when you become unclean, but that's not the fullness of it.
Right.
So we make sure our terms are clear when we explain stuff to folks.
Right. We could talk about being dirty, but somebody else won't understand us, so we won't say being dirty.
I mean, I wouldn't say that to us.
So you wouldn't even say that? So,
Because being dirty, one second, because being dirty is different as opposed to being unclean. It deals with spiritual things, right? As far as the Most High said in His law, whereas dirty, that's just okay. You just have filth, soil, soot, whatever is making you dirty,
right.
and you wash yourself for that reason.
So you can't be dirty with dirty one, you can still be clean.
Exactly.
You got that point? Yeah, I've been doing it with the way he makes you talk. Like, he's trying to explain something. He's trying to just can't understand. Well, some people don't understand. All in here, dude. Yeah, that's the way you talk, man. So he wanted to be clear. I know. We just want to know that you know. Some want to lie on you, they know. Not everybody. This is for people. Don't they? All right.
I'm just saying, if you use the word dirty, if you don't explain it to somebody as far as cleanness and going to uncleanness laws, they're going to be confused. Now, if you disagree, then we could talk about that later. I'm talking about for someone who does not know, not someone that already knows. But we're bringing it out as if we don't know because the idea is you being the one that's the teacher.
I can teach this to my people, they know what I'm talking about.
I hope you can.
Yeah, I do.
I pray that I pray that you can, brother.
I go right down in the hood and talk to my party, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Everybody
That's
here
great.
I don't
knows.
brag stuff like you do.
That's great.
Everybody knows. in
So
here.
now, so now,
If somebody has a question on the teleconference, then they'll ask you.
Thank you. That's it.
so
Right here on the mail.
so Papa, share your comment.
I was gonna ask Rodney what he means when he say dirty.
You like doing that? It's
I
cool.
was just, I'm just using the slang word, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. Dirty, like you said, dirty. They could take it. A person just coming in off the street could take dirty as being, you know, you just got finished working or running some basketball and you sweating. They could think it, but dirty don't mean it. But I gave you an example of what dirty was, even though I shouldn't say dirty. I should say what unclean was. I gave examples of it. It had nothing to do with being sweaty and dirty from working. It had nothing to do with it. I gave an example.
And your examples were twelve.
If you also another way to put it as spiritually unclean, if you put that behind it, so spiritually unclean. If you say spiritually unclean, automatically it's clear that you know spiritually unclean, not physically unclean. Like you know, put it there. Spiritually unclean means you cannot come to the service.
Right.
Right? You cannot do service.
Oh, they can't hear. They can't hear you guys.
No.
Tell me about what
Spiritually unclean means you cannot be here at the temple doing service to the Most High, for the Most High.
Right. And the examples I gave was spiritually unclean.
Right.
We don't talk about that on the street. You are still spiritually unclean.
Right.
That's so. You do it like that. I would prefer that to write who we thought.
So we're good on that then.
Hey. Yeah, man.
You sure?
I got it, man. You just use the word spiritually unclean.
Okay. So continue on with the breakdown.
Number 28,
27.
8, 7.
And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the second day of the month, that David's place was empty. So now it's the second day. David still has not arrived in Saul's palace yet. And Saul said unto Jonathan, his son, wherefore cometh not the son of Jesse to me? We ask, where's David at? That's what he's asking his son. Neither yesterday nor today. He want to know where David is. He done missed 2 days now.
That's the wrong way
Exactly.
to spell meat. Is that's the meat?
I see it here.
I just want to say one more thing before we move
Oh,
on.
one second, brothers, one at a time.
Yeah, before we move on, and I just want to clear something that I just said. When I say spiritually unclean,
That was good.
that's good. At the same time, don't confuse when you're spiritually unclean as a bad thing.
Right, true.
Right? Spiritually unclean to do service for the Most High. Because let's say if you lay down with your wife, it's not a bad thing. You unclean spiritually forced to come to do service. But laying with your wife is not something that is bad. Right? And you become spiritually unclean to come to do service with the Most High.
Okay.
Just wanted to make that clear.
Okay.
No, because so if you say I'm spiritually unclean because I lay with my wife, somebody might think, oh, that's a bad thing. I should not lay with my wife. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna be unclean. I'm gonna be. It's a bad thing,
So
but it's not a bad thing.
it's a bad thing on the new moon to live with your wife.
Right. It's a sin. That's a difference. Then it's a sin, right, to lay with your wife on the Most High's day.
Right.
It's a sin. But unclean is not like you sin.
Right.
Okay? Unclean is not like you sin. You just cannot come to the service for the Most High.
Right.
Huh? still can't come to the temple, right, to do service to the Most High. You can still pray to the Most High, but you just cannot do service.
Right.
You don't see it.
Man, but your wife is still good,
Good.
even though you're unclean, you know what I mean, but it's still.
You still cannot come to the
Right,
temple to
you
do
still
service.
can't come to the temple, but I get it.
Because we don't want to confuse unclean and sinning.
Right.
If
Yeah, I
you,
get
if,
that.
right, if we don't do what the Most High say to do when you unclean, that's when you sin because you break the law, right? If you unclean and you come here, that's sinning. But being unclean, staying out is not sinning. Yeah, I like the way you know. Yeah, you do. Let me show him how to do it. That is not all that. I know it ain't.
So,
If that was the situation, then we wouldn't be here, because nobody would have a baby.
Exactly.
Trying to say.
Exactly. So I say exactly. Right.
You know, there has to be something wrong with that.
Right.
And before one day you gonna be dirty. Hey. Right, but we already said don't do it on the high holy day.
Okay, right. That's why this before one day you gonna get dirty.
You can't get dirty on the high holy day.
That's right. The day before, the sun sets before, or the sun rise after. Right? There you go. So I can keep down with all these long talks and stuff. Go ahead, who's that? That was a statement.
all right. So I think we have a good idea why when we bring this out, we want to make it clear to people so that they understand. Because everyone will always say they don't understand. They may just nod, but they may not be clear on what you're saying and the words you use. So
Isaiah.
No, that's.
That's Isaiah. Right, let's see.
so let's go to Ecclesiasticus now. Chapter 43. We're going to read verses 6 to 8. And Akisha, I want you to bring that out for us, Baba Kusha. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 43, verses 6 to 8.
Say what, bro? I can't hear you.
43 to 8.
Chapter 43, verse 6 to 8.
Okay.
This is good. It's gonna be good. Go ahead,
We got a spare apocrypha.
you don't need one. It won't take too long. 20 minutes worth.
Kabars, that means Zakars.
Give me your Bible, man.
It's not being your brother's keeper.
Keep my boy. He is. Give me your book real quick. I don't need it. He got his phone. He got his phone. All right, give that book to him. So he's not reading. But I hate to see that ain't being a problem. You heard what he said to me?
No, I want you to bring it out, but I just want him to read along. That's all I'm
He
saying.
didn't know that he had it on his computer.
Okay.
Give me your book.
Okay.
There you go.
What you gonna read?
I'm good, man. I ain't slow.
All right, I can. Can we just get through? Can we just get through this?
We can. You the one dragging stuff on me, bro.
You guys like a sitcom going back and forth. Let's go through the breakdown. Come on.
I know it is. All right, let's do it.
43 verse 6.
Right.
Talking about me. Finish.
You.
Really?
6 to 8. Go ahead.
He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of time and the signs of the world.
Mhm.
Verse 7. For the moon,
So give the sense when as you go through it.
so he made the moon also to serve in her season
Nice and make sure you're loud. Nice and loud.
declaration of time. So the moon is supposed to the moon is the beginning of the month. He made it for a sign for the first of the month.
To declare the time. That's what declaration.
Let him do it. It's his turn. He got it.
As the first of the month.
Okay.
Verse 7, from the moon is the sign of peace, a light that decreases in her perfection. So, it's a sign of peace, it's a feast day. You're allowed to cook on that day. A light that decreases in her perfection. I'm not sure in that first thing.
Okay, so for the first part, from the moon is a sign of feast. You're right, it is a feast. But also, just speak on that we use the moon to know what feast to keep. Because by counting the moons, you know what month we're in. Like, we're in the first month, second, third, and what holy days to keep. Then it says, when it says a light that decreaseth in her perfection, that's going into the moon going through her phases when she wanes. Specifically, when she wanes, meaning when the light gets less and less, from the time of the full moon to the rest of the month.
You're doing right, that's why.
It's what you brought out, what happens when we sneeze, what we're supposed to say. Right?
Say what? Yeah,
Bakwa brought that out.
What we supposed to do for what?
What I ain't supposed to do?
Yeah.
What I supposed
Well, anybody's supposed to do what they see. What you supposed to do?
Me, you've been doing it all your life, right?
Say, bless you. Well, that's what I
You
said.
asking?
He told me to ask you. Man.
Nobody said anything.
No, but somebody said the Zoom tape. The Zoom tape. Y'all never heard that before? Star Trek, that's what was just. Ain't nobody heard that before. I heard it before. I heard that lots of times. We all
All right, it was a light joke because we had that conversation recently. But so we're going to go on verse 7.
In her perfection is the moon phase.
Right.
As the light shines, winding down,
Right, or they call it waning. But right.
waning down.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8, the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changes. I guess that's going to get favored. Being an instrument of the army above, shining in the firmament of heaven.
Question.
So he's not finished yet.
Keep going.
No, bring out that verse. Give us the sense of that verse. Yeah.
So the month being called after her name. Okay, that's when they use the moon.
Right. So much for the more so like what we say in the English month, moon. Mm-hmm.
Increasing wonderfully in her changes, going to the phases, waning down, and an instrument of the
Right.
army.
So 1 second. So increasing wonderfully and changing is talking about the first half of the month. When we go from the new moon to the full moon, when the moon waxes or increases shining light. Just like from now till next week, we'll see it'll shine more light as you go through the month, leading up to the full moon, which will be in about 2 weeks.
Being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven.
Right, that's the last part. So when it says being an instrument of the armies above, what's that? So being an instrument of the armies above, what are the armies? Hmm? Anybody? Kabar?
The stars?
Yeah, that's it.
Stars. That's the only thing up in the sky. The stars.
So the armies above are the stars, and then you got the last part. So that's it.
And also, some people said month and moon, right? And that they put the month because it's M, month, and then moon. And they said that's how it draw their name. If you say that in a different language, it won't match the same way. So the moon call after a name means it renew. It renew itself every month. It renew itself. Okay, it renew itself every month. Because if you say the moon doesn't call the same in a different language. Okay? Because let's say for example if you speaking French, the moon name is Luna or La Lune, right? And the month is name is Moi. So it's not the same. It's month moon. It doesn't coincide. The name don't They said the moon is called after her name.
Right.
So some people think it when they say moon
You
and
need-
then month,
Right.
they think that's why it's called. That's not the case.
Okay.
I was gonna ask that question one
Right.
of these days.
Right. It's not the case. It's because it renews itself.
I
The
don't
moon,
understand
the month is called after her name because it's a new moon. So that means renew,
Renew,
new moon. So every month it renew itself.
you change it.
It changes. It's like it decreases in her changing, and then you keep renewing. It says decreases and it's changing, and then it renew itself again. So that's how we keep getting the new moon. Every time we get the new moon, we get the new moon. But when people say new moon, they say month is not going. It doesn't because it says 2M. Month and moon. That's not how you got. We got the name of the month.
I would think the first way that that's what it was talking about. But like you said, this is English, and in another language, it's not gonna be called like
Right.
that.
Not gonna be called like that.
But now they are acting like he was in agreement with that when he spoke. But now,
What?
When you and here's what happened. You don't understand. Nobody understands what I just said.
I understood what you said. Explain it. Let's see Kawhi explain it. Let's see what
You talk about the moon. This time of the month is the moon.
the new one.
The new moon. Every month is going to be a moon. A new moon, quarter, 4 quarters of the moon. Different parts of it. When you get through the end, the rest of the month off, then the next month, it's going to be a new moon again. Every month we got a new moon.
So that's the renewal.
Well,
That's
that's
the renewal,
that's
yes.
the renewal of the moon.
But how does it say it's called after his name? How is, what's
They just named it after him, but it's the moon theory. That's the subject. That's the title of the subject. The moon, the new moon. That's what we're going down. We're doing the new moon tonight, right, y'all? New moon. Perfect.
Now, are you gonna speak on that?
No.
I'm looking at I'm looking at the definition right. Check this out. I look up the word. Listen,
I'm a professor. You asked me a question, I'll answer you.
And we heard what you said.
He was dragging down the road. Go ahead, watch what he said.
He made people explain it to us.
No,
but I
he
don't
ain't.
understand you.
It's 4 parts of the moon in
You
a month.
understand it. You understand it. You understand the renewal.
Every month you got 4 parts.
I
You know
don't
what I'm saying?
understand moon being named after herself.
They had that kind of power back then. That's why it's named after us.
Okay, let's hear what he got.
Like Africa named after Roman man.
All right, let's hear what he has to say.
Go ahead, you listen.
they did name things after Roman stuff.
Hey.
But moon here, one of the definitions, it says a lunar month, or in general, a month.
Right.
Wow.
Right. The lunar, right?
Uh,
The lunar month is that's how the month got its name, the new moon.
There you go.
Right? But some people, when they say month, the word moon, they said the name month and moon is kind of like similar. That's why they one called month, one called moon. Right?
Right, but you said that's not the case.
That's not the case. The case is it renew itself. It's called after its name. That's what I don't think you guys quite get.
I got it. You just asked
But
me.
you smarter than us.
I know I am.
I didn't get it.
You know what? I mean, I appreciate you being like that right there. Who you are in with?
All right, let's move on
Let's
for the
move
sake of time.
The scriptures say, "Rebuke not a scorner unless he hate thee. Teach a wise man, and he will love thee." Right.
Right, you said you said that's about me.
So there's nothing wrong with not knowing. The idea is to get understanding. That's all, on whatever it is. Can we agree on that?
I've heard people said moon. You see how the name month and moon. That's how you know.
That's how I've been going around. That's how I've been
That's how
going.
you understand it.
Translation because it's different language.
Right.
In Hebrew, it'd be something else.
So in the Hebrew, you refer back to the month.
Right.
Right. Well, back in that time, they named it after that person. Who was that person?
So pretty much the month in English, they're cognates, meaning they're related to each other. But in the Greek, because I think this is translated from the Greek, they had a name, I think, similar to like the lunar, like you mentioned before. They just called it that, based on what the name of the month was.
Right.
That's all. Just like Egypt was the Greek version for Mizraim, which is what we call it. But it's talking about the same thing.
Wake up, did you hear that? You yarn?
No, I'm back to what Jason,
Okay.
I'm back to
No,
moving
we're
what? They sound alike.
So that, exactly, that's why I was bringing it up. Because they sound alike, that's not what it's meant.
Right.
It's not, you don't base it just because they sound alike, because in another language it may not sound alike.
I understand
Right,
what
so
you're saying.
that's exactly what I was saying.
But
But
this language here, they sound
we'll show it
alike.
up for the Greek at a later time.
Okay.
So Ecclesiasticus 33. 33. I'm gonna have Zakar bring this one out.
They don't have to look out. But he speaks.
So let's get Ecclesiasticus chapter 33. Verses 7 to 9.
Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 33, 79. Why go one day and tell another?
Everybody has it, right? Your page is still turning.
I'm not screaming, I'm talking to my partner. Why do one day and tell another?
For folks on the teleconference.
What, Ecclesiasticus 33, chapter 33?
Yeah.
Yes.
Verse
Okay, let's
79.
go.
Why do one day excel another? Whereas all the life of every day in the year is of one sun. Now, one day excel another. That's like the sunrise and sunset. Verse 2. Whereas all the life of every day in the year is of the sun. The sun shines 24/7, but it rotates. It rotates for sunrise, it will rotate to sunset. That ain't that hard to understand. Verse 8.
What you're saying is true, but that's not what the verse is talking about.
Yeah, okay. Well, you explain it then. By the knowledge of
No,
the
that
Lord-
I'm giving it
Okay,
to
well,
you.
that's all
I'm giving
saying
it to
about
you to explain.
All right, well, I ain't got no more.
Okay, so when it says why does one day excel another, in other words, it's just saying why is one day more important than another? Right? Even in the world, they'll say, "Oh, this day is important. We set this day to celebrate flags or celebrate this or that." Or like we
White
know
Man
in
Day.
wickedness,
Flag
we
Day.
use this day to celebrate Christmas or Thanksgiving, right?
You talk about pagan days.
But now we do it in righteousness as far as having this new moon be holy as opposed to any other day of the week. Just like you were talking about earlier, right, Brother Gabar? As far as, okay, so they all sat down even outside of the new moon, Saul and David and Abner and the rest of them. So yeah, what makes the new moon so special? So it's asking that. Why does one day excel another, whereas all the light of every day in the years of the sun? So that's going more so into what you were talking about, a little bit, Zakar, as far as the sun comes up, the sun goes down, right?
Right.
We see that every day that goes by.
Verse 8. By the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished and had altar, season, and feast. Now, let's go to the back part. They altar, season, and feast. To be the feast. Now, what we doing now? The feast of what? This is a high holy day we're doing right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the feast. But by the knowledge of the Lord, we're going by what God said of his high holy days.
Right.
Amen. Verse 9. Some of them had
Right. So that was good. That was better. By the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished. So by the Most High's knowledge, He set them apart, one from the other.
verse 9. Some of them had he made high days and hallowed them. And some of them he had made ordinary days. Like, let's look at the back. And some of them he had made ordinary days. Like the new moon is a good day. But when you go through the Passover, that's a more high holy day of the Lord. Some of them he had made high days. That would be think this day is more higher than the Passover, that's your opinion. But for me over here, the high holy day, I'm about to say Easter. You know, the high holy, what did you say? The high holy day of the Passover is more higher than this day right here, the Feast of the Tabernacle. That's my opinion. Y'all got another opinion? I can't say that about it.
Let's let God be true, every man a liar,
Okay, well,
all of us included. So
I gave my statement there. You gonna sit here and try to tear it down? Go ahead, man.
I'm going to correct it where
You ain't correcting that. This day ain't higher
where
than
correction
the Passover.
where correction is needed. That's all.
They don't need no correction. This day
Because
is not higher than the Passover.
because the
It is not.
the feast
It's just another one.
of tabernacles is a high day as well.
Okay, but it's not higher than the Passover.
But ordinary days, they're not ordinary days though. That's where you made the mistake. You made the mistake.
I ain't
Ordinary
making no mistake.
ordinary days, right?
Okay, you
Those are
just
days
wanna
that aren't a high day.
talk. All right.
Like any day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when it's not a new moon, when it's not a feast, like say feast of dedication, which we know is all during this week. We know that that's a feast week, right? So we know these days are set apart as being important. Since we started last Friday, which is going to end this Friday coming up, right? From Friday, Sunday, to Saturday, Sunday, that's going to be the 8th day of this feast. But then after that, that Sunday, that Monday, that Tuesday, that will be considered ordinary days. So are different high days on different levels? Sure. You know, the Day of Atonement is set
Well,
apart
what day
from other
will
days
be
too.
higher than this day right here? Since you said that statement. Answer that question.
It's about what God is saying.
Okay, well, what day
Why,
God
why are you
said
directing this at me?
Hold on. Since you want to talk, let me talk. Here you
It's
go.
about
Some
what
of
God
them-
is saying.
I'm going to read. Some of them he has made high days and housed them, and some of them he made ordinary. So
Mhm.
give me a high one and give me an ordinary one if you don't mind.
I just did.
I'm gonna twist up. He should have left that like I said, man.
Maybe you'd like
he,
to.
he just wanted to say something.
No, listen. You taking that verse and you pertaining to all the high holy days.
Yeah.
No. Nah,
Okay,
that's going to, not all the high holy days, also going to a regular ordinary day.
Okay.
Like he had 7 days, and then 7 days of Sabbath.
Okay.
But the 6 days before that are regular days.
All
You
right.
get what I'm saying? You're not high holy days. But you're taking that verse and you're making it about high holy days. Period.
Okay. All right, next man.
I think this is unfortunate that you have to have someone else say the same thing that I said for you to hear it.
Maybe when you say stuff, you just say it that, you know.
Once again, you're coming at me, not the
you
word,
the one in front of class?
not the word that I'm bringing out. It
Okay.
should be about the word that's coming out, if it's rightly divided or not. Not personally, oh, I don't like
Okay,
what
you
he's
talk like
saying.
they do, we can't-
Do I like what
Go
the
ahead,
Most
man.
High is saying as it comes out of this brother's mouth, that brother's mouth, this brother's mouth, your mouth?
No.
It's about
This brother-
his word
Okay, all
and
right.
how we bring out his word. If you can come to understand that,
I understand.
but you won't make blunders because you're making this personal, which is why you're making mistakes you probably don't have to.
Class, I told you the other day what we did by ourselves.
Listen, I'm just trying to
No,
help.
you just dragging the class on that. This my opinion.
I'm just trying to give you a warning, which we had this conversation already.
You don't have to continue because you dragging the class on.
You-
This my opinion.
Look,
This ain't theirs.
look, I don't want the Most High visiting you for whatever
No,
reason,
He's visiting me now. That's why
because I'm
outside.
coming to you as a brother, and you're not and you're not reciprocating back to me.
Okay.
That's
no,
something you're going to be judged on.
I ain't worried about what you're saying. He's visiting me right now.
I'll say it once. I'm
That's all
done.
right. You ain't God.
I'm not.
All right, then. You just dragged the class on, man. When I'm in here with this man by myself, man, we go through a nice, smooth day. Smooth sailing. And the people in the telecast. You get up there, you like you bite the peanut butter on piece of bread. You get it done, though. Man, let don't talk like this when we by ourselves in here. You have a nice time. You be bragging stuff every day. We've been here all day by ourselves. You do the same old thing. It's cool, though.
So let's go on to. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to be rude.
Don't be rude.
Continue.
You can't be rude. Go ahead.
Say it all.
That's it. Sit down.
So we can go to the next verse?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole I ain't
So
tripping.
let's,
When I'm in here with you
Yeah.
next week, watch how I be. We be in here by ourselves, we like ABC, EFG, just go right through it, no stuttering and none of that. Don't sit up there and do like you do. Let me know tonight.
I don't know.
I know you won't be here. Go ahead, man, go ahead and read, man.
That's not what I've heard from second and third witnesses.
He's more explaining. No, yeah, he talked too much.
You seem to have conflicts with others too, not just me.
All right.
Not just me, to be honest. So let's go to the next breakdown, the next scripture. Let's go to Colossians. Colossians chapter 2, verse 16 and verse 17. And be quiet. You could break that down, Baba Kushah.
Say it again,
Colossians chapter 2, verses 16 and 17. Mm-hmm.
You got it? Colossians chapter 2, verse 16. And it reads, let no man therefore judge you in meat, or in drink, or in respect of an holy day, or the new moon, or of the Sabbath days. So as we come here to celebrate any day that the Most High set aside, whether it's the Sabbath day, whether it's any holy day like the Feast of Tabernacles, as an example, or the new moon, right? And we mentioned the Sabbath. So when you come in those days, do not let anybody deter you from observing these days. So when you come to break bread on those days, do not let anyone say, hey, what days are you going to celebrate? You're going to celebrate the new moon? What is that? What is the Sabbath day that you go in every Sabbath? Don't let anyone stop you from keeping these days. Right? In verse 17, it says, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Christ. So these things that we are doing right now, they just a rehearsal of what's to come, meaning that we will be doing them in the kingdom. So right now, we may not be able to keep them perfectly the way we should be keeping them because we're not in the homeland. But as we rehearsing the act, we make mistakes every now and then. But keep in mind, these things, they will not be a shadow in the kingdom. We will know exactly from point A to point B what goes here, what goes there when we're keeping those days. Right? So today we may be making a little mistake here and there while keeping them, but keep in mind when you're in rehearsal, it's okay to make mistakes when you're rehearsing. If you make mistakes, you try again, you try again, you try again. Until when Christ comes back, when he says the shadow of the last verse, it says, but the body is of Christ. All right, so when Christ come in, everything will be revealed in its entirety, and we'll be keeping the law, perfectly the way we're supposed to.
What is he saying? speak up, please.
Ask your question a little louder.
In the kingdom, if everything we're gonna be doing is perfect,
Mm-hmm.
because we're gonna be in the spirit, how are the heathens still gonna be able to do different things going against what we're doing?
Oh, that's easy. Because the covenant was made with the house of Israel and the house of Judah.
So when we gonna be judged and they not at that for something,
And they're going to get judged. But the new covenant is going to be the law written in our inward parts,
right?
not theirs.
So
They're going to have to
get out of order.
they're going to have to learn from,
Head chopped off, right?
right. They're going to have to learn from our example.
But none of them.
No.
Are you talking
Hold
about
on.
up in heaven? Or here in heaven?
Listen. They're going to be. They're not going to have the law written in their inward parts, but they're going to have to follow our example. If they don't, the scriptures go into that. Like we read in Tabernacles, it says if they don't come to keep the tabernacles with us, because they can still sin, they won't get any rain. It tells you that at the end of Zechariah. If you don't get rain, your crops don't grow, your cattle can't eat. Right? They may try to choose to follow other gods, but if they do it under our watch, they're going to be judged for that. Until however much time goes by, they begin to learn our ways. They're going to be coming to us for guidance, for counsel on how to keep the law. Because at that point, like Kaham brought out, it's going to be in us. So they'll see us, see our example, and then model themselves after what we do. But they'll just be on a low level. Right.
Right. Meaning, well, it ain't no, I'm gonna just go to the left.
Exactly.
Right.
Just write down Hebrews 8 to 12. That's for you. And then connect that with Jeremiah 31, verses 31 to 34. Right, which is pretty much saying the same thing. But that explains what the new covenant is, who it's going to be with.
Jeremiah 31, 31, 34. Those are the ones that take before I recall that one here.
See, it tells you that's going to be written in the inward parts. And then you could also, you can write it down, Zechariah, to show that, yeah, they have that option to still backslide, but there's going to be a judgment that comes with that.
So these before when they act up in heaven.
Now it's going to be down here on earth.
Well, or earth. We gonna have earth down here too, right? I mean heaven down here too, right?
Right. Well, that's what we're supposed to be now. We're supposed to be that righteousness in the earth. That's of heaven.
Okay, let me get an understanding.
Uh-huh.
When we in heaven, if they act up, they gonna be punished. Let me talk that way.
You know what? Right. Which heaven are you talking about?
Okay, once we go to heaven, like he was just talking about heaven, right?
Which heaven are you talking about? There's 3 heavens.
This heaven here.
Rulership?
What heaven was you talking about? Right now? Okay, that's what we gonna be heaven.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's what I'm going about what he has said. So when we in heaven down here on earth, and they act up, God will take care of it. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
And
So,
these are verses you just gave us.
well, for what you just said, write down Zechariah chapter 14,
14,
16 to 19.
16, 19. I asked why I understand what I'm reading. So I kind of understood what he's saying. So when we in heaven down here, and they act up, God gonna take care of it. Amen. Get that? Lamar?
Yeah. And he'll even use us to do it too.
Well, yeah.
When you read in certain places.
Hey, can I ask you a question? All y'all in here. You see how we came here, Adam and Eve? Do you think after 1,000 years go, you go wherever they send you to? Do you think it's gonna happen again that then we'll be having them down here like they got us down here now in the next world? You ever think of that?
I thought about it.
Oh, okay, you have? But I thought of
Here's the thing though.
Go ahead,
While we can consider that idea, because empires rise and fall,
right?
when it comes to this empire that's to come,
Yeah,
it'll never fall. You know how we know?
so it's said in the Bible.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
I got one verse just to show that.
So, would you give me?
So it's not me talking. Daniel chapter 7
Okay, oh yeah, that's a good one.
and verse 18. You can read that.
Hey,
Bubba
let's
Prashad.
get to that one. Come on, y'all. Pastor Daniel, Ezekiel, Daniel 7, 18. Let me know y'all get their card. I got this thing highlighted. Okay? Because I always thought of that. And then he goes another question till they find it on Navia. Once 1,000 years go by, then where do you go? That person go, not you. Where did that person go? Just disappear? That's in his soul and spirit?
We don't know if they're gonna get translated.
Yeah.
If they're gonna stay on this plane. We don't know.
I asked my buddy, asked me, man, so I gotta ask you something, you know what I'm saying, it's great. Once 1,000 years is over with, yeah, I'm with a different group of people, man. He said, once 1,000 years is gone in heaven, where you go? And I looked at it, wait till I get in class, I'm gonna ask before now you said
That's a
you
good question.
okay? There you go, now you know I got this one with me, I can must be bad as 1,000. I just want to know.
That's,
So, man, where we
that's
go
good.
then?
That's good. So that's good. So Daniel 7 and 18.
And it said, Daniel 7, 17.
18.
18, let me check. Okay, I got it right. Daniel 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
There's your answer.
Okay, all right. But, okay, and I'm gonna leave it right and make it a big thing about it. But my man said, where you go after your 1,000 years, man, child? You going in the something burning. Yo, y'all think that's your food? Well,
The water for go checking on
I
that.
just wanted to know, because it was asking me. I'm talking to the board, gentlemen. That's what he said.
You
Where
said
you go?
you're gonna reign with Christ for 1,000 years.
Okay, we're gonna be in heaven for 1,000 years. Right. But after that 1,000 go by, it's 998. 2 more years you out of here. No. No, we already be in heaven. Well, him.
Well, we're going to read that again.
We is that, sir?
We're going to the book of Daniel. We say go to the book of Daniel, chapter 7.
That question that
Yeah, we already
yeah,
read that.
there's no answer for it. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I
Come
tell
straight
you
to the
no.
point.
That's my man right there.
Don't say.
Don't say. Don't, well, Navia, I just asked you because
Didn't I say we don't know?
okay.
So that's two
You ain't
witnesses.
say it like that though. Say it again before I. I don't know the answer no more. All right. Go ahead, man. I just want to ask that question. So my man asked me.
I mean, whoever has to say it, if it can be heard, that's what's important to me.
Right. Both of y'all say the same thing. But my man said, where you go after the 1,000 years, man? Come here. They ain't write that book yet.
So this is the last verse I want to read for tonight for the new moon. This is Isaiah chapter 66
Okay, we can go here.
in verse 23.
Yeah, we got this. All right. My man right there. No,
Isaiah chapter 66.
wait a minute, whoa, Malak. What that word you said? Hold on. 66.
Verse 23.
Okay,
This does say come once you have it.
come on. Fine.
You did it twice? It's two of you? Oh, man. Okay, so Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 23 reads, And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord, or in the Hebrew saith Yahweh. So there's going to come a time in the earth that everybody's going to get on board. This even deals with the question you asked earlier, Brother Yeshai, as far as other nations getting on board, right? So they're going to have to learn it, but learn it from us as we keep it perfect. But for now, we're supposed to be rehearsing in ourselves before that time comes, before the second covenant comes in. Remember, we're dealing with the New Testament, which is Christ, but we're still under the old covenant. Mhm. Yeah, what we're talking about is the nations that remain after destruction, because they're all not going to die. Because how can we have servants and handmaids if we kill them all?
Nah, wow. You know, I'm gonna be tripping it off. I got a friend in our other class, my man Bayou, who we tried to go and everything. Went over his house one day and he had this conversation even at the 74th Mansion that we was in a new covenant and him and Ben, they cool, but Ben kept telling me we ain't in a new covenant. And on this right here, what I got on this phone, I'm gonna give to y'all, we not in the new covenant yet. And my man gave you the verses and right here, I'm gonna call him up tomorrow. Because this girl gave me this and this guy gave me this yesterday in the library. I'm gonna send this to him and let him know we are still in the old covenant right now, right?
Right.
Hold on, wait a minute, hold on, here you go. Come on with it.
You have the scriptures in your notes.
Yeah, yup.
So you review the scriptures.
I'm gonna send the scriptures and book to
Right.
it.
If you review the scriptures, don't keep him hiding in your book and don't review him and ask the same question because you have the scriptures.
Right.
Right. You have the scriptures.
I'm gonna send, no, I wanna send him the whole DVD on the phone so he can watch it. No, because they got it to a person thing in class one day. I said they about to, you was there, right, Rodney?
What was it?
Remember, Bobby said that we was in the new covenant?
Yeah.
And Ben said, no, we're not. We still in the old covenant.
Right.
So
That-
then,
Wait, that's one of the reasons I came here, because Ben said it, but he didn't explain it.
right,
In other words, he explained it, but I didn't understand.
He
So I
did.
came here, and now we are explaining.
okay, he explained it. When Navia did explain it, he explained it too. Shabbat did too, but I want to give this to him right here. I want to give him a DVD so he can watch it. Because it's like 59 minutes of all this. When it gets to the end, it starts showing all the verses out of the Bible. You know, the important ones on the subject. I
Okay.
said, yeah, I got it. I got to
This,
get
this,
this to
this
him.
sounds like a good class subject.
Right, and I'm gonna make sure you get it too, because it's real good. You already know you more advanced than me in the Bible, and I appreciate that. You know, when you go to school, you gotta have a good teacher.
All praise to the Most High, all praises
Well,
to
you
His
do a
Son,
good teacher.
all praise to the Holy Spirit.
All right.
So, with that, we'll say Ashar Kadash or Happy New Moon, while Ashar Kanaka, since we're still in the feast dedication. Most High's will do the closing service Friday night, sundown, and then the feast will officially be over Saturday, sundown. That'll be not only the end of the Sabbath, but also the end of the final day of the Feast of Dedication. So Most High's will, we'll see everybody, talk to everybody tomorrow evening when we do the closing service for the Feast of Dedication, or once again the Hebrew Chag Hanukkah. So with that, we'll do the closing prayers. So Laila Tawab, which is good night, and we'll talk to you then. Enjoy the new moon, and we'll see everybody tomorrow evening for the Feast of Dedication closing.
Allah Dua.
Allah.
Laila Dawab.
You want
Bob.
That's my buddy.
You hung up the phone? Yeah. Need you to dial back into the music. Try to stay,
Yeah, that was really
stay in the
good.
whole time.
We got to explain that. So, you know now?
Hmm?
You know now?
I know what now.
Now. Hey, now we will finish that DVD.
Hold on, let's finish the. Let's talk about the. The water. Harakateh Awa by Shimi Hawashai, Sharat Manal by Agapim Tuada Aman. La Yawa by Shimi Hawashai, Yashra. English translation. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai that gives to us the fruit of the vine. Thank you, so be it. To Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, with Israel. Ahmad Wa, Panyuai Rostrum, stand face truth. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Babakushai, Shemai, Lanawa, Aitha, Yan Yan, Aitha, Shalat, Maika Allah, Allahayim, Tazwadakim, La, Shemar Al, Barak, Rapah, Magan, Wakazayat, Banya, Yasha'ala, Washalat, Lanawa, Rabiim, Kakama, Rabiim, Da'ait, Rabiim, Bayanah, Rabiim, Sabalanwa, Rabiim, Hamawan, Rabiim, Aqua, Rabiim, Ahabiim, Rabiim, Haganah, Rachanaya, Wasalak, Kal, Katsayamnawa, La Akim, Wa Akiwa, Wayasha'ala, Tamyad, Waiwalam, Ba'ashem, Yahawasha, Sawada, Aman. English translation, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Please listen to us now, right now. Send Michael and the righteous powers to watch over, bless, heal, protect, and make strong the children of Israel. And send to us much wisdom, much knowledge, much understanding, much patience, much faith, much brotherhood, much love, much spiritual protection, and forgive all our sins. For the brothers, sisters in Israel, always and forever, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Four corners prayer. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Nawa, Wayasha'ala, Obakia Saparium, Shema, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Allah, Yahweh, English translation. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us in Israel in the house of books. Then we said, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Now let's do the prayer for the food. Yahweh, Gadawo, Ba'ashem, Adawanya, Yahawasha, Babakusha, Barak, Ma'akal, Yanawa, Shatayawa, Yanawa, Yayan, Yanawa, Lacham, Yanawa, Shakara, Yanawa, Zachar, Shal, Achadash, Ba'ashem, Yahawasha, the water. Amen. Then circle up.